Hey guys, this is IVL Redemption, and if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, this video is going to make you go all tingly with excitement, as it did me, because I've dragged all of the latest news, facts, and yes, amazing pictures of Assassin's Creed 3 right off the internet, and I'm bringing it all to you guys, because I'm just nice like that. I've written a little script of what I want to say, because there's quite a lot to get through, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Okay, first of all, Ubisoft, however you want to pronounce it, will be unveiling the actual game itself on the 5th of March, obviously 2012, and the rumoured release date, although it is a very, very strong rumour, is the 30th of October 2012. Okay, now that picture you see there, you might not know what it is straight off the mark, but it's actually the American Revolution, okay? And I just got a little extract from Wikipedia which says the American Revolution was the political upheaval during the last half of the 18th century in which 13 colonies in North America joined together to break free from the British Empire, combining to become the United States of America. Now you might be like, okay, what's that got to do with anything? Well, this is what it's got to do with anything. Bam, that picture right there. That is... Guess what that is? That's an assassin. Yep. And however, this game is set in the Revolutionary War, the American Revolutionary War, 1775 to 1783, blah blah blah. The American War of Independence, or simply the Revolutionary War, began as a war between the Kingdom of Great Britain and the 13 British colonies in North America, and ended in a global war between several European great powers. So that is where this game is going to be set, and if you want a nice sexy picture of the assassin, you can see it right here, right there. Look at that. And of course this makes complete sense with the timeline and everything. I mean, if you take a look at that picture, the character appears to be native, or half native at least. You've got the military jacket there juxtaposed against the bow and arrow on his back, and you've got the tomahawk in one hand and the sort of the flintlock pistol in the other. However, upon which side of the war the player will be fighting is kind of yet to be seen, as during the war itself, approximately 13,000 Native Americans actually fought for the side of the British. But another big amount of Native Americans fought for the actual Americans themselves. So this might mean the player can play against, both sides. It can sort of balance between, which will make the game a lot more diverse. The game itself would have only progressed, obviously, about 200 years ago. The game would have only progressed 200 years or so, but it easily portrays the transgression from Europe to America. Does this game, however, suggest that, some, if not all of the natives are assassins? I don't really know. Maybe it's just this odd one. This game has actually been in development now for 3 years. It's by a different studio to the one which created Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, so we can expect a few differences. There's a couple of quotes and stuff that I've dragged off. One from a guy called Patrice Desilets. I don't know if I've pronounced that right. I hope I have. He's the former series creative developer for Assassin's Creed, and he says that the series has always been planned as a trilogy. He also commented on the story of Assassin's Creed 3, and he's saying that it will focus on the assassins' quest to prevent the end of the world in 2012 and their race against time to find temples built by those who came before. Desmond will have to search for clues on locations of these temples by exploring memories of his other ancestors. Now, his other ancestors, that's plural. Does that mean we're going to have more than one playable character? Maybe. The CEO of Ubisoft has been quoted as saying that this will be the biggest Assassin's Creed game / project to date, and of course it will be. During this war there were enormous battles featuring cavalry charges, cannon battles, naval battles, all kinds of stuff, and of course this is going to affect the weaponry too. It isn't so far down the sort of Earth's timeline that the swords aren't going to be a prominent feature of gameplay, but it will have the inclusion of a lot more firearms, musket rifles, flintlock pistols, cannons, stuff like that. The game, however, may not have a lot of opportunity for amazing levels of free running like in the previous games, as 18th century America was not an abundance of tall buildings and spanning skylines and stuff. I mean, if it was modern day, yeah, you'd have New York, and you'd have freaking massive buildings and all kinds of stuff like that, but obviously we don't have that because this is in the 1700s. But I will say that either way, this game is certainly shaping out to be something absolutely incredible, and I hope you guys are excited as I am about the release. If there's going to be a trailer on March the 5th, like I said, I will definitely take a look at that and analyze it and whatever, and bring you guys all the facts. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and thanks for watching, guys.